No hits before the year and few hits during the year, telling Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated. Last year was a step in the right direction where I didn't take too many hits. Now, I'm not saying I didn't take any, but during this offseason, this is the best I felt after any season because I didn't take those hits. Now, our Josh, slightly smaller than Josh Allen, pulled the data on how many hits he took, and in 2024, he took 51 hits, which is the fewest among 23 quarterbacks who had 12 or more starts, and far fewer than just a few years ago when he took 92.
Clarify, if you would, to the audience.
Oh, sorry, this is in the pocket.
This is like when throwing. This doesn't include when he's running the ball.
Right.
With
Yes.
it's just
He
for
did take,
just for the
So
audience.
total hits, we're not.
Yeah. It's harder.
But
to
he did run less last
Yeah.
year than ever,
Yeah,
and he
we
threw
did.
it less than
Yes.
ever.
Yeah.
MVP, Jalen Hurts. Okay. What's on the line for the MVP this year?
The same thing that's on the line for Lamar Jackson. He is now, Josh and Lamar, S. Bobby Q.
What? What?
This
S.
guy-
Bobby Q.
Yeah, I could see.
I don't even know what this is.
The
S.
corner
Bob-
of Bruce
Super
mouth.
Bowl or bust quarterback. They are the two main S. barbecues in the league.
Who? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Super Bowl or bust quarterback.
I get it.
That's what they
Yeah,
are.
good point.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's barbecue.
And now, obviously, Mahomes and Jalen are S-Bob, but there is not the pressure on them.
Yeah, well,
Right? They've won.
Yeah.
These two, until they win a Super Bowl, the pressure is all S-Barbecue.
Yeah,
I got
we got
it.
it.
All right,
We got
it's all
it.
on there.
What happened to the final B?
Well, quarterback's one word, Wilds.
The
Oh, 'cause
final
lots
B.
of- well, I was saying QB.
Yeah, I understand, but
Barbecue.
we just keep going, bro. Let's not
You get it,
distract.
right?
I do get it.
All
I
right.
don't know if that's gonna.
Work.
No,
Fly
I'm
off the
not.
shelves.
I'm just
He's
saying.
not trying to be funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a fact.
Yeah.
They're
Got it.
S-Barbecue.
Yeah.
Super Bowl or bust quarterbacks.
Yes, go ahead.
It just
Yeah.
makes total sense.
It does now that I hear.
All right,
Yeah.
get it?
Yeah.
Now, the fact is, every year until they win a Super Bowl, the pressure is going to be on. And nothing, Deion Dawkins, God bless him, he's trying to lower the pressure on the team, on Josh. But there is no way Lamar or Josh can be satisfied without, I guess if getting to the Super Bowl is another step in the right direction, but Lamar especially has to win. He's the only two-time MVP who hasn't won a championship, and Josh has to win a Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
Like they both have to win a Super Bowl. Maybe it'll be next year, maybe it'll be the year after. History says one of them's they're both, you would think both of them will win one at some point.
Yep.
And we're getting, further along in their careers.
I look at it a little earlier in the postseason than you do. He cannot lose to Patrick again. He can't. And so I think that, I mean, the quarterback who has owned another quarterback list in the playoffs, that the Patrick over Josh is in the pole position. We can put it up there, 4-0. Here's the thing, man. Like, Brady over Rivers, it's like, okay, Brady is in a drastically different class than Rivers. Aikman, Favre is different because we look at them as their primes didn't align. You know what I mean? That Aikman had it,
Before,
and then by the time Favre got rolling, the Cowboys were out of there. Kelly over Marino, that's a sneaky, like, the most important part of Jim Kelly's career and the worst part of Dan Marino's career is what they were, Kelly getting to all those Super Bowls, Marino never getting to one, and then Elway Kosar, it's just, again, we're talking about two different total calibers of quarterbacks. 4 times in the playoffs is wild. Like, that...
This is early. They still got long
correct.
careers left.
I'm just not going to make the same video again and again and again here, especially because we are a week away from the actual season starting. But trying to construct this narrative that Mahomes owns Josh Allen in the playoffs or anything like this, it's just a tired bootleg narrative. Anyone with eyes can see that. It's just very obvious that the losses are not on Josh Allen and that all the wins are on Patrick Mahomes. It's just so dumb. I mean, Nick himself, he literally said this within the last month, that it's been the Buffalo Bills defense that has failed Josh Allen. And I pointed out was like, why? I can't believe he's saying this now. But when he wants to try to paint the narrative that Josh Allen or Mahomes is beating Josh, that he never wants to acknowledge that part. So it's just tired at this point, man. I mean, it really is. It really is. And that's why it's the end of August now. We're rolling into September. This coming weekend is our last weekend without football, and then we're back. And it's just absurd. I mean, it really is, because this is a team issue of the Buffalo Bills. This isn't a Josh Allen issue. So this whole, he can't lose to Patrick. He can't lose to Patrick, dude. The Bills can't lose to the Chiefs. The Bills can't lose to anyone. The Ravens, the Bengals, it's on the Bills. Josh Allen has been historically great in the playoffs. Historically great. He averages the most total yards per game in the playoffs. He has the highest touchdown to interception ratio of all time in the playoffs. The vast majority of his playoff games, he has been the leading rusher for his team. You cannot ask Josh Allen to do anything more. This is 100% on the Buffalo Bills. So, what's on the line for Josh this year? It's what's on the line for the Buffalo Bills this year. Are they going to continue to fail Josh Allen, or are they going to support him? Is the defense going to rise to the occasion like we've seen the Baltimore Ravens defense do in the AFC Championship game, like we've seen the Philadelphia Eagles defense do in the Super Bowl, or what? That's what I want to see. Are the receivers going to actually catch the ball? Is Sean McDermott going to make a grave mistake defensively? It's like we can point out many moments, especially in the 13-second game, in the divisional round in 23, in the AFC Championship in 24. We can point out specific moments that the Buffalo Bills have failed Josh Allen. And what's always funny is what people want to try to pretend to do is they want to point out a time that Josh Allen wasn't flawless in the game and be like, that was the problem right there. And it's like, okay, sure. It's like, whatever you say, right? Because Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes had 100% completion percentage in big games, right? Like that's how it works. Okay? News to me, right? News to me. So it's this is Groundhog's Day right now with Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, unfortunately. And some of it is self-inflicted, and some of it is because of the franchise for both the Ravens and the Bills, Josh Allen and Lamar. And it's obnoxious. It's unfortunate for them. It really is. And the pressure, saying that the pressure is on Josh Allen to win the Super Bowl in a vacuum, I agree, because he's Josh Allen. He's the quarterback, right? But nobody actually legitimately blames Josh Allen. No player, no analyst, no coach, no retired player, retired coach, like no one ever has. The take, Josh Allen needs to be better. Josh Allen is why they have been unable to get to this. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. Only weird, obsessed Mahomes fans and KC fans and even Lamar fans, like only people that like to distort reality. But anyone who's looking at it through an unbiased lens does not have that take at all, because you can't defend it. Nick doesn't even actually have that take. He actually really doesn't. He tries to pretend so to boost up Patrick Mahomes, but he knows it's not Josh Allen. He knows that. He does. He's too smart to not know that. And that's where then things differ a little bit with Lamar Jackson, because it is more on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has gotten more blame for the playoff losses. That's obvious. We know that. I don't blame Lamar Jackson for every loss. I don't blame Lamar Jackson for all of the problems that the Ravens have had, but he hasn't proven in some of those moments to be a solution or some of the issues that they've had. He contributed. He contributed, right or wrong, he just did. Unfortunate. And he's had games now where he's contributed to the loss, but then when he was doing everything he could to pull them out of it, his team failed him. So it was just kind of those weird, it was kind of a series of misfortunate events for him and the Ravens for that matter. That's not exactly what's happened with Josh Allen. It's really not. And that's what I'm saying. I've already gone through those games. I've gone through the highlights. I've gone through key plays, key moments, showed other analysts having the conversations, and that's why it's like it's the end of August right now, man. Next week we're hitting the ground running with real football talk again, real conversations again. We're back. Football is back. This is the last. That's why Colin Cowherd's on vacation. That's why this week they're just doing predictions week and just saying like kind of whatever the heck they want. And then starting Monday, it's real football talk, right? Everyone's going to be looking at the week 1 games and talking about what do the Eagles need to show against. And to be fair, it's still going to be kind of, absurd talk too, because it's going to be like, would it be bad if the Eagles lose the Cowboys? And if the Cowboys win, it's going to be like, are the Cowboys true Super Bowl contenders? Dak Prescott, MVP, Schottenheimer, Coach of the Year. And it's just going to be like, oh God, but at least we get a little bit closer. We get a little bit closer to at least things that actually kind of matter, not nonsense and misleading graphics like this. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of funny because if we were being honest with ourselves, we would have a question. It would be more about like Sean McDermott. Like that would really be like what's on the line for Sean McDermott this year, which is funny because they do that. They did that with Sirianni and the Eagles, and Sirianni actually got to the Super Bowl. And even in the loss against the Chiefs, that Eagles team, that game, that quarterback play was the best and most complete game that we saw out of any of the teams going up against the Chiefs over those years. And then, of course, obviously the final actual win. And yet, like, there was more conversations about what's on the line for Sirianni, hot seat, etc., etc. And yet you don't ever really hear about that with the Buffalo Bills. It's bizarre. You don't hear about that with Harbaugh either. It's bizarre. I still have not figured out why. Doesn't make any sense, especially when you factor in that the vast majority of people, myself included, believe that Josh Allen is better than Jalen Hurts. And yet, we're going into this season talking about what's on line for Josh. Oh, he can't lose against Mahomes again, blah, 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 blah. But yet you have a situation where the Eagles get the win, okay? But prior to that, it was, if they don't win, it's like Jalen Hurts could move on from Jalen Hurts or draft another quarterback or make a play for another quarterback. Sirianni will be fired. Should they hire Bill Belichick, right? Like that was the real conversation. They were saying like questions need to be answered, moves need to be made, and yet there's no level of intensity with that, with Josh Allen, or with the Buffalo Bills as a franchise, at least that is. And yet we'll still say that pressure is on Josh Allen. It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. So what's on the line for Josh this year? If we look at it individually, specifically for Josh Allen, it's everything. It's entering the GOAT conversation. If you win the Super Bowl, I'm not saying you are the GOAT, but you start laying that resume down. You have an MVP, have a Super Bowl, probably a Super Bowl MVP. You will probably continue to have the most total yards per game and probably right around or still maintain the best touchdown to interception ratio. You will have the momentum then going into 25-26 or Yeah. 26, 27, I guess, at that point, right? Yeah. And then again, and then again, it's just like, you start to really solidify your standing in the NFL and in the history books. Like that's what's at stake for him. Just taking those steps forward in that right direction. And it's a similar thing for Lamar Jackson, but you have to have the sense that if you win the Super Bowl, that you're going to win it again and again, right? Since someone like Mahomes does have those 3 Super Bowls, but you do start to change the conversation here. It's a little bit different with the Eagles and Jalen Hurts winning. No one really is having a conversation that the Eagles or Jalen Hurts is, that they're taking the mantle from the Chiefs as the top team in the NFL. But it would feel like if the Ravens and Lamar Jackson do it, or the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen do it, that would be more the conversation of, is the reign of the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes done? And is it now the era of Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills that would so it's like that type of momentum is at stake there. Or that's what's on the line. But when we pull back, what's on the line for Josh Allen? There's no answer to that because it's the wrong question. It's the wrong question, as I've already broken down. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen? What's on the line for Josh this year? Do you think it's on Josh Allen? Do you think the pressure is on him individually? Do you think it's on the team? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So, you agree with me or disagree with me? Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much.